Hi, I'm D-Pad Danny. Today we're going to take a look at a game I used to have a lot of fun with back in the day. Today we're going to take a look at a Super Nintendo game. Today we're going to look at Joe and Mac. Joe and Mac is an action platformer released in 1991 by Data East. The game saw multiple versions as it was adapted for various systems including the NES, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, Amiga, and PC. We'll be looking at the Super Nintendo version here. As the story goes, Joe and Mac are two righteous cave dudes living in a prehistoric world, doing normal cave dude things. Some Neanderthals showed up late one night and scared away all the cave babes. Total bummer. Now they're scattered, lost, and scared, and it's up to Joe and Mac to save them. After starting the game, you'll find yourself on a map screen. You can move Joe and Mac, or in the case of a one-player game, just Joe, to each stage, indicated by a red space. After beating each stage, the space is marked with a flag, noting that it has been completed and allowing you to continue past it. Rinse and repeat. Crossing over a white space will erect a statue. What? Erect. The statue marks where you will be returned to on the map in the event of a game over. There are also these little gates and blue spaces, but we'll get to these in a bit. Controlling your cave dude is easy enough. B button jumps and Y attacks. You can perform a high jump by pressing B while holding up on the D-pad. This will become necessary to reach higher areas and avoid obstacles as the game progresses. You can also do a quick roll along the ground by double tapping the desired direction on the D-pad. The enemies you fight throughout the game are about what you'd expect. The previously mentioned troublemaking Neanderthals, some dinosaurs, carnivorous plants, piranhas. Though drawn well, they all have a basic feel to them and lack imagination. I will say though that I enjoy the different styles that Neanderthals come in. They sure are resourceful. Taking down your enemies is easy and satisfying. Your basic attack is your club, which, as you might imagine, doesn't exactly have the best range. However, there are multiple upgrades you can get to increase your range and damage. Some of these are just lying around, and others can be found by cracking open eggs. Imagine your surprise being hungry and craving an omelet, only to find a boomerang in your egg. How did that even get there? Speaking of eggs, occasionally one will spawn a pink pterodactyl. These guys will transport you to a sub-area often containing one or more 1-ups. At the end of the sub-area, you'll obtain a key. Remember those gates I mentioned earlier? These keys will let you pass them, allowing entry to a bonus stage. These bonus stages usually involve choosing an egg and hoping it has something good in it, or catching meat and 1-ups that randomly fall from the sky. None of the stages are really all that long, and some of them are just gone in a flash. They do, however, offer some nice-looking environments. You'll cross grasslands, a frozen cave, a bone-riddled wasteland, and a volcanic fissure, just to name a few. The difficulty is there, but in small doses. I found most of my deaths to be from missing small platforms, which really speaks to the hit detection more than anything. Often it'll look like you're going to land just fine, but instead you'll plunge into a pit to your death. Fortunately, when you die, you come back immediately as an angel, allowing you to position yourself before carrying on. The boss fights aren't too bad, and for the most part you can easily figure out their patterns. However, there are a few bosses that can prove to be problematic. The Spike guy, for example, can only be hit when he stops and exposes his underbelly. You can only get in one hit before he starts rolling and bouncing around again, so if you have a weaker weapon, this fight can take a good long while. And these fish really get on my nerves. After each boss fight, you save a cave babe, and they give you some of that sweet, sweet sugar. That's nice. The music, though not fantastic, really isn't bad for what it is, and you may even find yourself humming some of the themes after turning off your console. That paired with the colorful and appealing graphics is really the strong point of this game overall. If you want to bring a friend along, the game offers a 2-player mode. Well, two 2-player modes technically. 2-player game and 2-player super game. The main difference between the two is that the super game allows you to jump on each other, and it also allows for friendly fire. That is, the ability to cause damage to each other. After reaching the end of the map and defeating that last level, you enter a large Tyrannosaurus's mouth. Yeah, that seems logical. The final level plays out in the dinosaur's innards, where at the end you'll come across a flying devil that I guess is tormenting the dinosaur from the inside? I'm not really sure how this plays into the storyline. Are they implying that all the dinosaurs attacking you throughout the game are tormented by this devil, causing them to attack in the first place? Is this a metaphor for life and the evils that sway us to make bad decisions? No, it just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, he's not too bad to take down. And when you do, you get that kiss, and that's it. Game's over. Well, that's Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of me in the future. I'm D-Pad Danny. Have a good one.